Welcome to Cider Carols. We are so excited that you're joining us this evening. Now, we thought it'd be interesting to go over the history of caroling. It all started with St. Francis. He was a leader who wanted to encourage the church members to spread Christmas cheer. They would hold warm things to drink, like wassail and eggnog and hot cocoa. And they'd go around making everyone feel the spirit about Christmas. And so tonight we want to do that with you. Now it looks a little bit different. Just imagine it as a virtual door-to-door. But what we're going to be bringing to you is beautiful music, some information about Hope Clinic, and some really great stories of how the power of Hope Clinic and the power of God and the power of Holy Spirit can come together and bless people's lives. And so we have a goal tonight to raise $25,000. I know you can do it. I also want you to know that in the month of December, we are hoping to raise $235,000. Every year, you guys surprise us, and so we have no doubt that we can do that together. And so with joy and peace and hope in our hearts, we want to share everything that we've been experiencing here at Hope Clinic. And so as we join together, we're going to be hearing from Riley Clemens, Caroline Watkins, Brandon Heath, Michael W. Smith, and we are pumped to hear what they have to bring to us. Now, you can donate in 3 ways tonight. The first one being the silent auction. This is a great opportunity to get things for the Christmas season for all your loved ones. The second one is to go to our website or the app to donate. That money goes to a family or a woman in need. The third way is to be a volunteer, whether it's mentoring or serving in the clothing closet. We have so many ways, and you're going to find out more about those ways to serve too. But right now, we're going to hear from Kaylee Cornett, our CEO, about how you can use the app tonight to donate.
Thank you so much, Ashley, for kicking us off. I'm so glad that we have her on our relationship education team. She's such an asset to the team. She brings so much joy. I am going to get some logistics out of the way before we can even get started so that you guys can start bidding. So if you have pre-registered for this event, meaning that you've gone to the website, you've already gotten a ticket, inside your email box, there should be an email from QGive that has a ticket code in there. First things first, for whether you've pre-registered, if you haven't, you're gonna go to the App Store on your phone and you're gonna download the Givi app, G-I-V-I, it's got a purple logo. So once you've downloaded that app, if you have pre-registered, right on that home page at the bottom of the screen, there's going to be an enter ticket code. That's where you're gonna plop that code in that you got from your email address, and you're gonna get started. If you haven't registered, so if you don't have your ticket code, this is your first time hearing about this event, this is your first time using Givi, go to that purple app again that you just downloaded, and you're gonna create an account. It's gonna ask you for some contact information. After you load all of that in, you should have 4 options on the bottom of your screen. You're gonna click the events option. And then in the top right corner, you're gonna search for Cider Carols 2021. That's this event. So once you click that, then you can register for Cider Carols. Again, it's gonna ask you for some contact information, just wanna know who you are, how to reach you after this event. After you get all that in, you can now enter the auction. So for people who have pre-registered and have your ticket code, or for those of you that are just registering tonight, your next step is to click Enter Auction. This is where you can see all the amazing items that we have. We have over 75 different items that have been donated for this event alone. Later on tonight, Mary Drake, one of our staff members, is going to share about some of her favorites, but I definitely encourage you to start scrolling, checking them out. I recommend just scrolling through them all and seeing which ones you like, but you can also search for different categories using the search feature on the right. Once you make a bid, you can't take it back. Although it's just a donation, so it's not the end of the world. It will recommend a bidding amount for you to increase, or you can bid more if you're very sure that you want that item. Again, be thinking about people in your life that you want to get a gift for this year. People really appreciate a gift that they know supported a nonprofit that you care about or that they care about. It's kind of like a win-win. So make sure you check all of those things out. Also on the website or on the app, you can see the Fund a Need. Fund a Need is where, if you're really not finding an item that you like and you want to donate tonight, we have some suggested giving amounts. The amounts really show how much that monetary amount affects a woman or a man that we serve in our program. So check those out. Anytime you add a Fund a Need to your cart, it will stay in your cart. So you can add as many as you want throughout the night. At the end of the night, when the auction closes at 8:30, you will be prompted to check out. At that point, if you have won any auction items, they will be charged on your card as well as any Fund a Need things. So your card will not be charged until 8:30 when we close the auction. You will be prompted to check out, and then we're going to contact you about how you can get those items. If it's a digital item, we're just going to email it to you. But if it's something in person, we'll set up a time for you to come by the clinic, check out the clinic if you haven't seen it in a while, and of course, pick up your item. So be on the lookout for that if you do win an item tonight. That was a lot of information. I know. Take a step back, get going. You have some time to figure it out. Help the people around you. For those of you, if you've used the app before, help your neighbor, get them started, get them bidding, and then of course see their bidder numbers so you can make sure that you outbid them on the item that you want. I would be remiss if I didn't give a thank you to our business sponsors for tonight. Our sponsors for 2021 Cider Carols are HomeLift, HCA, Southeast Financial Credit Union, and West End Community Church that's letting us use their space for our in-person event tonight. Thank you so much for your donations to help make this event successful. Next up, we have Riley Clemens. She's gonna be our first artist of the night, and I'm so excited that she decided to participate in this year's event. She is an up-and-coming Christian artist on the scene. In 2021, she was nominated for the K-Love Female Artist of the Year, and she was the youngest woman to receive that award. I'm so excited that she's joining us tonight, took a break from her tour to submit a song for tonight. Here, without further ado, Riley Clemens.
Hey you guys, it's Riley Clemens. Merry Christmas! I am so excited and honored to be a part of this amazing event with the Hope Clinic. I have a song for you guys called The First Christmas. I wrote this one with my good friend Ethan Hulse. So excited to share it with you. On the first Christmas, when all was at peace, the light of the world in a manger asleep, for unto us a child has come, the thrill of new hope, where fears are undone. So help me find again the wonder I have known. I wanna see the star and let it guide me home. Oh, the miracle of heaven, God is here with us. Help me believe again like it's the first Christmas. make this the first Christmas that I won't forget, to open my eyes and see it again. So help me find again the words that I have enough. I want to see the stars and let it guide me home. Oh, the miracle of heaven, God is here with us. Help me believe again like it's the first Christmas. Help me believe again like it's the first Christmas. Merry Christmas, you guys. Wishing you love, peace, and joy this Christmas season.
If you're just joining us, this is the 16th Annual Cider Carols Fundraiser. Now, during this fundraiser, we want to tell you a little bit about Hope Clinic. And me personally, I'm in the relationship education program. And so I want to tell you how I got started. I started as a volunteer in 2017. I went to those meetings and heard about all the different services that we're going to tell you about tonight. And as an educator of 10 years, I thought, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And my heart just called out and I said, this is it. And so I was excited to join the team and then join the staff. During these relationship education meetings, we meet with middle school, high school, public schools, churches, after-school programs, tons of different kinds of youth. But with all of them, we talk about healthy relationships. We talked about how you can avoid risk in their lives and how to achieve optimal health. And so that's not the only services we provide, but that's my personal experience. And so I want to tell you about the 3 other service areas that we provide for families and women. All of these services that we're telling you about tonight are on the core belief that every life is sacred and valuable. Here are all of our services. We're starting with pregnancy. We provide pregnancy tests, options counseling, and ultrasounds. Our parenting program includes mentoring, educational classes, counseling, case management, and maternal goods. Our prevention services include relationship education and preventative health care, annual exams, STI testing and treatment, and women's issue visits with an RN or NP. Our counseling services include post-abortion support groups and one-on-one counseling. All other forms of pregnancy loss, postpartum depression, and relationship issues. We provide majority of these services for free, and all of these services regardless of age, race, religion, or ability to pay. If you want to know more, please come visit us at Hope Clinic for Women. We'd love to answer your questions, show you around, and see everything that we have to offer. Now, speaking of volunteers, we'd love to introduce you to Jamie, and she'll be sharing her experience as a mentor.
Hi, my name is Jamie Elam, and Kaylee asked me to share briefly this year about my experience in the mentoring aspect of Hope Clinic. My husband Rick and I have been involved with the clinic for the last 10 to 12 years. We were introduced to the clinic through friends attending different events, and we felt like it was something that we were really called to help support, and we love their mission and love all that they do for the community. So we have financially supported them over the last 10 to 12 years, doing various events. He does Smoke on the Water, getting tables for that. I have done a Woman of Hope event in my home, and have also attended events, and love to share about the clinic when I get the chance. So when we first started attending things and doing things with Hope Clinic, I had 3 small little girls at home, And along the way, we've added our fourth daughter. So I felt like hands-on, I couldn't be at the clinic. I couldn't get to Nashville frequently enough to be hands-on. So I did most of my support just by donating or spreading the word or auctions or attending events. This last year, with society being the way that it has been, the mentoring shifted to an online platform. And so I decided to take that leap and sign up. And I have not regretted it. It has challenged me. It has grown me. It's been something I have learned just as much as being a listening ear for the woman that is my mentee. I've grown in relationship with her. I have watched her welcome a precious baby girl into the world, and continue to walk beside her for the next 18 months. She can be a part of the clinic's bridge program. And so I do talk to her frequently. We keep in contact. We do Zoom sessions. And so it's been really nice and a great way for me to get that hands-on interaction without not having to drive to Nashville as frequently. And so I'm thankful that I have gotten that experience. I would say for anyone that wants that more hands-on approach to the clinic, it's a good way to dive in and actually get to know the women that you are working with, that you are supporting when you write those checks or when you buy those items at auctions. And it's good to just see how that plays out in real life. And so I love the clinic. I love all that they do. And I would just encourage you to think about volunteering. I know that the doors have been just full of women through this last 2 years that need mentors. So if it's something that you're just kind of thinking about, I would encourage you just to take that leap and use the technology that we have to help you in whatever stage of life you're in. You can do it. You can raise children and still be a mentor. So I would encourage you to really think about it. I'm thankful for my experience, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much, volunteers. You are the ones that make it possible. We have 18 staff and over 200 volunteers. It is their time, it is their care for our clients that makes all the difference at Hope Clinic for Women. We can't do it without you. So thank you if you are one of those volunteers that have given your time and your skill sets to our programs. We are so thankful. And if you aren't, please sign up. We would love to have you, whether it's a mentor or all the other ways in our services that you can volunteer with us. Please look into it. Ask us questions because we want you a part of our volunteering program. Next, we have Brandon Heath. He is a Nashville resident and a Grammy-nominated Christian artist. And so we are so thankful for him and always caring about Hope Clinic.
Well, this song is a new song for me. It's called We Need Emmanuel. And honestly, I just wrote it about a month and a half ago. My family and I have a pretty strict policy about no Christmas music until the day after Thanksgiving. I don't know what your family is like. But we like to save it until the day after Thanksgiving. Last summer, I found myself in the attic. I was looking for something that was up there, and I saw our Christmas ornaments and all of our decorations in the attic. And I just thought, oh, I kind of want to bring those down right now, middle of the summer. You know, 2020 was a tough year. 2021, still tough. The world doesn't seem to be getting any easier, and I don't know that it will. God says that it won't. It's broken, but there's something about the hope of Christmas that reminds me of what's coming and the anticipation of Christ. that really makes me feel better about the world that we live in, knowing that God is going to redeem it all someday. So this year, I'm celebrating a little bit early just because I'm ready. I'm ready for Christmas more than I've ever been. I need the hope of Emmanuel. And so that's what this song is about. We need Emmanuel. I'm not entirely sure what's come over me up in the attic with that old fake Christmas tree, barely November. I can't remember me looking for Christmas so early. Could be the days getting shorter and darker now. All the world's problems I never could figure out. What's got me wishing for snow? Not sure, but I think I know. God with us, will you come be with us? 'Cause we need a little help. We need Emmanuel. Love, come down, sing with the angels now, just like the first Noel. We need Emmanuel. Christmas this year doesn't feel quite the same as it did back when I was a boy. The specials on TV and Holly, and maybe it's just me. Why is it so hard to find joy? I hope I don't sound ungrateful. There's food on the table and family around, but Christ in a manger. Could I ask a favor? Could I just hold you right now? God with us, will you come be with us? 'Cause we need a little help. We need Emmanuel. Love, come now, sing with the angels now, just like the first Noel. We need Emmanuel. God with us, God with us, God with us, God with us. Love, come down, sing with the angels now, just like the first Noel. We need Emmanuel. Love, come now, sing with the angels now, just like the first Noel. We need Emmanuel, just like the first Noel. We need Emmanuel, Emmanuel.
I was working in a daycare and my husband working in the FedEx. He worked at the night, I'm working in the day. And it was hard for us, even for the afford the mortgage of the rent of the apartment. And 2006, we decided buy a house and for Ryan, because apartment was so dark over there. And Ryan got a jaundice, and we have a hard time. I working hard, my husband working hard, and finally our loan approved. And then I got that I'm pregnant, and I was so frustrated for another baby. It was hard for me, and I talked with everybody. I said, I don't want a second job. It's so soon for us. Right now, I find a job. My husband find a job. I'm not ready, and I cannot afford another baby. At that time, Christina, my friend, she helped me a lot. And she just gave me a ride in front of the Hope Clinic, and she said, go over there. They are so religion. And tell them about your problem. They find the solution for that. Always I think about that moment, I want to cry. It was the cross over there. I wanted to do the abortion. It was hard for me. I was not ready for that, just thinking about that. But Christina told me, don't talk about abortion. But I trust that lady, and I said everything. I want doing the abortion, but I'm not ready for that. She said, that's okay. Just let us pray. And she called Jesus. Sima coming here, help her find the good solution and keep this baby. When I left the Hope Clinic, they helped me a lot. And Hope Clinic, they told us, anytime you need anything for baby, you can come and pick up here, and even the diapers. You know, all of the person in Hope Clinic, I think they are an angel that the God sent them to the people.
You're walking in the desert, and there is no water, and you're almost dying. Somebody give you you find some water, just a little, but you just imagine how it's important. It's gonna save you. If you drink that water, it's gonna save you, look, for example, for 2 or 3 days more, and then maybe you can find your way. It was like this for us.
Right now, Ryan is 16, and he turned 16 in October 22nd, and Rod is going to be 15 on January 20. And the life, my husband right now, he has own business. He's in the car dealership, and I find a job. I finished the school. Right now I'm working as a hairstylist, and right now living in the Brentwood. Ryan and Rod both in the good school. And we are a happy family right now. Everything is okay. But I find God in here, and first time really in Hope Clinic. That's my story. Come to Hope Clinic. Here is your second family in here. You can find your family in here. They help you. And don't worry about anything. God help you guys.
Wow, what a powerful story. We love hearing stories from our clients, and we are so thankful when they share them with us, especially ones that we can look down the road and see how powerful the story was. How powerful God's hand was in that every step of the way. What a legacy. Now we're going to be listening to Caroline Watkins. She is a country artist who started really young, and she was in a Bluebird round when she was 16 years old. And so she has a song for us. We're going to treat this one a little bit different. We want you to get involved. So go ahead and stand up. Get some space. We want some group participation. The words are going to be on the screen. And so we want you to be able to carol and sing with us, since this is Cider Carols.
Hey y'all, my name is Caroline Watkins, and I'm so excited to get to sing a little Christmas song for y'all tonight. I'm a big fan of the Hope Clinic and what they do, so I'm honored to be a part of this event. So thank y'all for having me, and I hope y'all are having a great time hearing some Christmas music tonight. I'm going to sing one that you probably all know. It's called Holly Jolly Christmas, so feel free to sing along. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. can't see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can't see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Merry Christmas, y'all. God bless you and have a great night.
Thank you, Caroline, for that fun performance. I'm here to remind you about the auction. It closes at 8:30, so make sure you're checking to make sure no one's outbidding you. Also, I'm here to share about 3 of my favorite auction items. First, we have a weekend trip to the Ritz-Carlton that includes the stay and a golf outing. Second, I have 3 free rides to Cycle Bar for you and a friend. And last, I have a day at the aquarium, which includes 2 tickets to the aquarium in Chattanooga, along with a gift certificate for lunch. If you don't find anything in the auction that you love, or if someone just outbids you in the end, we also have a fund a need category where you can fund a need for our client just through giving money. $450 will cover a year of services for one of our clients. Last, we have Michelle, who's about to share her story. She's a former client of ours, and her story is really special. I can't wait for you to hear it.
Hi, the first time that I came to Hope Clinic was in November of 1991. I had had several friends who had used the clinic for their free pregnancy testing, and I now was faced with all these possibilities of an unplanned pregnancy. So I came in to my appointment for the pregnancy test, and I was met by a beautiful lady at the door. This being a Christian program, I thought I was going to get a lot of kind of griping at and being told, finger pointing, and that wasn't at all what happened. I came in and I was led back to a nice private counseling room where we took care of the first things at hand. I did the pregnancy test. The sweet lady came back into the room and told me, "You are indeed pregnant." Now, it's a lot of information, and I want you to take a few seconds just to kind of let that all soak in. And so she sat with me. We made a choice to kind of say a prayer. And she just spoke to me and to my heart. And she let me know that there were lots of services that they could help me with and things they could provide for me for the first year of my child's life. Well, I was fortunate in that my mom was excited about the pregnancy, and me and Patrick got married. And so I didn't really need all those services at that time. But later on, 2 years later, in 1994, I found myself pregnant again. Now, I was still with Patrick, and we had our first baby, and everything was going pretty okay, but financially it was going to be a blow to us again that here I am, pregnant, another mouth to feed. What are we going to do? So I went back to Hope Clinic, and again, I got my pregnancy test done. It came back positive. This time, we were given aid in a different way. My husband was just starting a new job, and so he usually just wore the jeans and t-shirt. But in his new job, 2 days a week, he was going to need business attire. So they got me connected with another organization that they had working in connection with the clinic. And they had a thrift store where you could come in, and women who were pregnant, or if you needed something for your children, or maybe you were starting a new career path, you could kind of pick out some things free of charge. Free of charge? Who does that? And so exactly, my husband went in, he got a couple of shirts, he got some ties, got some pants. It again allowed our family to progress forward. Then it wasn't until the birth of my last child in 2000 I guess it would have actually been 2001. She was moving out of that little infant car seat that faces to the rear, and we needed the big car seat that faced to the front. And so I wanted to keep her safe, and I thought, who could help me with this? There were so many issues going on with car seats being recalled, and you can't use this kind anymore. And so Hope Clinic came into my mind. So I gave them a call. Sure enough, one of the counselors made a connection again with one of the organizations they were working with. I went in and watched a safety video. It took about 15, 20 minutes, and I walked out with a brand new car seat in a box. Once again, helping our family through a time when we were struggling and I didn't know what to do. So here I stand years later in a new job after the pandemic and everything that's went on, and I'm talking with a dear friend of mine who started to build a volunteer connection with this clinic that she's so excited about and she has so much passion for. And I'm hearing her talk about this, and I was like, you know, there was this exact kind of place when I was younger in my life and I was facing unplanned pregnancies and uncertainties with my family. And she said, that's kind of like this clinic. And I said, well, this place was over by Baptist Hospital over on Hay Street. Where's the clinic that you go to? And she said, that's it. We put together the connection that when I first attended the Hope Clinic and got help, it was called Teen Crisis Pregnancy Center, way back in the 90s. Then it went through a few changes and increased itself in volunteers, and it's reached more organizations, and so it changed itself to the Hope Clinic for Women. But it's for far more than women. It's for the dads, it's for the moms, it's for the children, and it's for the babies. This clinic is for everyone. And here I stand, feeling like I'm trying to balance my plate back. I'm trying to give back. Making this video is exactly why I'm doing it. I want you to know that this is a very worthy organization. And if you have a way to reach out and help, I'm asking you to do that. If you're a young couple or a lady or a girl that's finding her place, not sure what you're gonna do, not sure if you're pregnant, come give them a try. Come see them. You won't be judged. You'll only be helped. Thanks, guys, for hearing part of my story.
I am so glad that Michelle shared her story tonight, and I'm so glad that we got to meet her a couple months ago at a Women of Hope event, and she was willing to share her story then, and she was willing to share it with all of you tonight. What a powerful testament to how we can stay with a family through the course of their life and how you can give back even after receiving services from Hope Clinic. If any of you were with us last year on the same time and saw me in my pajamas talking about cider carols, I don't think you and myself couldn't have imagined that I would be standing where I am today now as the CEO of Hope Clinic for Women. I am so incredibly honored to be in this position of leadership, and I am truly standing on the commitment and the love and the faith of all of the amazing leaders that came before me. I am leaning into their efforts as I will continue to lead this organization into what the future may become. When I think about the holidays, which I love the Christmas season, there's something specific that always comes to mind, and it's a little cheesy as I think about the work that we do at Hope Clinic and the holiday season. I think about one of probably the most popular unplanned pregnancies in history. It's Jesus. I think about Mary and all of the emotions that she was experiencing that led to her decision to say, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say yes to this thing that Jesus, that God is telling me, and I'm going to continue to be the mother that I feel like God is calling me to be. So I heard this said often that when we talk amongst our staff here, that it's really easy to get caught up in pro-life and pro-choice. And you heard Renee and you hear us talk a lot about how we try to get out of that. Because what really happens for a lot of women when they're faced with an unplanned pregnancy is that they feel like they have no choice. It's not whether there's life or not. It's, I'm cornered and I don't have any support. It may not be that that woman doesn't want that baby, it's that no one else in her life does. I think it's really easy to look at a woman who's facing an unplanned pregnancy and not realize all of the real obstacles that are in her way, all of the voices that are telling her, You don't need that baby. Maybe that's the father of the baby. Maybe that's her family. Maybe that's this career path that she's had in mind. And we all know it's definitely society telling her that this is not how her life should be going, for better or for ill. So she really feels like she has no choice until someone steps into her story. And I think about Mary and how people stepped in and supported her. What would the Marys that we serve at Hope Clinic, what would their life look like if we stepped in, if we believed her, if we listened to her, if we comforted her, if we provided for her, if we blessed her, if we celebrated with her? I think about Joseph, who said, you know what, I'm still gonna stand by you. I know that we were just engaged and I'm gonna trust that this is God's will, but I don't know. I'm still gonna trust you as my future wife. I think about the innkeeper who provided for her and provided for that family, much like how our material support provides for our mothers. I think about the shepherds that came and celebrated with her, and we get to celebrate with our moms. We get to celebrate with our youth as they choose health. And I think about the wise men coming and blessing them. I challenge you tonight to really think about how you can step into the lives of the women and families that we serve in the way that it happened in the Nativity story. That may look like bidding on auction items, and do not take that lightly. It is truly just a great way to bless someone in your life with a gift and to bless Hope Clinic. And people really like gifts. People really do. So check out those auction items. And I also would encourage you to think about committing to donate beyond just an auction item. If you have a number in your head and you don't hit that number that you want to donate with auction items, feel free to add a fund a need to your cart or just make a donation to us tonight. Again, our fundraising goal is $25,000. It costs $450 to provide a year's worth of care for a woman in our program. So kind of think about that number as you think about what it looks like to step into the life and create a path for abundant life to exist. And lastly, God may be calling you and moving in your heart to commit with your time. And I say commit because when we talk about needing mentors in our program, I'm not gonna lie to you, it is a commitment. It is time, it is energy, it is your emotion, and sometimes you may not get it right, and that's not what our moms are expecting. So if you are feeling nudged at all in that direction to mentor and to make that commitment, I would love to talk with you. You can connect with us after this event. You can check out our Get Involved tab on our website, or just contact us. Love to get you started on that journey. So next up we have Michael W. Smith.
Hey everybody, Michael W. Smith here. The name says it all, doesn't it? The Hope Clinic for Women, a place of hope. A lot of the women the clinic sees think that all hope is gone. But what a joy and a blessing to remind them of their worth and the worth of their baby. That the God of the universe has a plan and a purpose for them. So my family and I are grateful for the Hope Clinic for Women. And we are asking that this Christmas, this year in, that you would join us in supporting the work that they do. And one more thing, would you please keep the clinic in your prayers? We all know how important that can be. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Thank you so much, Michael. We really appreciate your heart for Hope Clinic for Women. So now I have a few reminders for you before we end this event. First of all, bidding ends at 8:30. So you have 40 minutes to go check on all of your bids because you don't want to get outbid and get all the Christmas presents for your family and friends. Another way to donate is go to the app to fund a need. The last way is go to www.hopeclinicforwomen.com/cider carols. Now, if you forgot, our goal is $25,000. I know we can do it because you guys have been faithful time and time again. So, as you leave tonight, make sure you spread the love and make sure you enjoy your wassail. And remember, keep caroling.